Okay, this video is a recap of today's option trading. For Monday, August 24th, I ended up gaining only 1,400 when I was up over 2,200, and I'm gonna show you exactly why I hate trading in the afternoon, but I just got overconfident. And yeah, but I'm seeing signals that I have not seen recently, or the looks like the game is changing a little bit. So this video is actually can be quite important. So you look at Tesla. This was the instrument that I was planning on trading all day. However, as you can see, um, after so Friday I was talking about this doji candle. It's a reversal candle, but I knew it wasn't really a legitimate reversal candle because it was more positioning on Friday close. A lot of traders were selling for profits, and there were short sellers or whatever position people were taking for Monday trading. But I knew on Monday there was a good opportunity of it opening higher, and so that's why I don't typically carry stuff over the weekend. However, um, extended hour pre-market Tesla was already above 2100, and it was pushing. It was pushing, and it went all the way up to 2140. So I had in my mind that it was gonna probably hit 2150, and it likes to hit round even number. Okay. They traded off a little bit pre-market, and then what happened? Sold off right at the open, which was really unexpected. I didn't want that scenario where it opened, it gapped up from Friday close of 2050. It gapped up to about 2110, pushed up a little bit higher, um, and then it failed. So the signal was a fail, but it wasn't a doji candle. And then this was a doji candle, and that's where I got in and got some profits. Now I didn't hold like I wanted to, and the reason why I didn't hold like I wanted it to because the gap up, the pre-market was so strong, and the QQQ was so strong in the pre-market. In fact, all of the Nasdaq stock was really strong. So for me, to me, it looks like a bias of a positive day. So in my head, I was thinking probably going to be a positive day after a minor pushback. So they did a what I call a smackdown. After this second 5 minute candle, they smacked it down, and they did another big, really big smackdown. So this was really, to me, almost at this point is almost untradeable for Tesla because it's just so unpredictable at that point. You can get hit with multiple smackdowns. So I didn't really trade. I didn't really sell. What is that level at? So that was at 21, 1930 almost. Yeah, 1927. So normally I would try to capture the puts here, sell the puts and capture some of this, but because of the smackdowns, I was just too fearful to get in, and yeah. In hindsight, I should have gotten in. But anyway, I did not, and I kind of moved over to Amazon at that point. And so Amazon, my chief instrument of trading, my good steady trading. This is one where I was trading, and I got, you know, all day for the morning at least. I got in here and also here, and I got in some sold some puts. So I was scalping pretty well, making good money up to 2,200. And then I got overconfident. And the reason I got overconfident is because I was thinking toward this run up. At this point, I got this guy. I sold some puts, got some profits. And during this run up, this is when I got overly confident because I was thinking it was going to be a positive day. Um, Obviously, at this point, then it's just afternoon trash, just deteriorated, deteriorated. And at a certain point, I was thinking, yeah, it's probably going to be a negative day. Then I sold some puts, and then it rebounds. So I lost, I'm at 800, $900. Not a lot, but really something I shouldn't have happened because I knew afternoon trash, and I should have avoided it. But I got overconfident, and so that's a lesson learned is that you want to really stay away from the afternoon if possible, or set your stops really close because there was a lot of points I could have gotten out even or close to even, and I didn't because I was expecting Amazon here to go up and run up, and it didn't. It failed. It didn't even hit the VWAP. You see that? It didn't even go to the VWAP. So um, I'm almost certain in the afternoon that they see your shares. I've seen it so many times that the traders or whatever the algorithm, they see your shares almost like they know, and they don't move it so that you can get out. And you kind of always got to get out right before you get profit because they won't give you the gains in the afternoon. It's just too much manipulation. But what I'm seeing, looking at the daily, this is quite important. Tesla, for example, this is not a doji candle. One of this guy where you are confident that it's gonna go down, but doesn't matter. This is still a red candle, and it's decent volume, and it's a decent retracement. And you also got the McCullen oscillator, which is a red bar. So Tesla most likely will be trading downward in bias. Most likely, I'm thinking there's gonna be a gap up or another push up to maybe 2050. But whatever it does tomorrow, whether it gaps up, go to 2050, um, whatever it goes in the morning, your bias should be negative for Tesla. You should have a negative bias on Tesla, so you should be focusing on selling calls all day. At least that's what I'm planning on. Now they could head fake this and move it. It depends on how strong they want to push Tesla again. I just don't see them pushing Tesla that much more, especially with the QQQ. You can see the QQQ is starting to lose strength. Um, and these type of whipsaw kind of like up. Here it is, gaps up, sold off, and then you got some recovery, and then sold off and got some recovery. So it's kind of a swing saw, whipsaw signal, and these type of signals indicate that there are decent amount of sellers and decent amount of people who wants to get out. So it's a preliminary signal of the QQQ being sold off, that they're losing steam, losing strength, and anytime you lose strength, well, guess what? It's gonna go back the other way. So your target should be 2080 for at least Tuesday, Wednesday. It should go back, maybe not 2080 because this 5-day moving average is gonna go up a little bit more. So it should probably hit the 5-day moving average and go below it. So yeah, it's probably gonna be 2080. 2080 is gonna be the first retracement. Um, Retracement before a bounce. So somewhere so I mean QQQ Nasdaq is obviously, to me, the signal is gonna be a pullback. So it's gonna be, so the bias for tomorrow should be negative. So therefore you should be playing. If you buying options, you should be buying puts. If you're selling options, you should be selling calls. So Amazon, Amazon is still looking relatively strong, but it has this tail. This is not a doji signal, but it is close to a doji signal because you do have this long wick. But it's more of indecision, which is like the QQQ, evidence that something is going on. So it's definitely a different signal than what typically what you see. Typically what you see is a push one direction, or it'll gap up, it'll push, it'll retrace, and then it'll recapture a push. It doesn't You don't really see these type of swings where it pushes higher. What did it push to? 33.75. Then it went negative to 32. So that's almost 100 point swing from yeah, 33.75 to, yeah, more than 100 points. So these type of big swings indicates that the game has kind of changed a little bit. So most likely, um if we're lucky, you have a gap up tomorrow on Tesla, gap up tomorrow on Amazon, and you can sell the cars and make. I mean, I'm expecting one of to something this week. I'm expecting something this week to a day this week to have a big pullback where you can actually buy some puts. I've been waiting to buy some puts, buy some options instead of selling options. But let's look at the weekly real quick on the QQQ and see if we can. So here, yeah, so here's a push higher. So if it fail, this candle, if it fails down, it'll be a doji top. So this is a weekly candle. So this is the first day of the week. So if it ends the week, somewhere around here, 32.78, that would be a doji top candle. Likewise with the QQQ. Um, yeah, if it ends here, then at least it closed here, which would line up with the Fibonacci number. So it has to close at 2080 for the week, and it'll be a doji signal still, as long as it closes where the high of this candle is, which would make the Fibonacci. And I'll go ahead and draw that Fibonacci again just to show you. This Fibonacci right here, where it's lines up. So if it closes right here at around 283 or so, then you have alignment of the 38.2 retracement at the high of the February before the whole coronavirus. So this is the previous high on the Nasdaq, and you got the 50-point retracement at this level. So this is what I'm playing for. This Fibonacci is why I believe there's got to be a retracement in the QQQ. There just has to be. If it continues to push higher, then you cannot draw this Fibonacci here. This Fibonacci retracement will be invalidated for the week. So for me, I think it just got to end on the weekly candle at this level or below, um, so that you can draw this line here, and you can put the close of that this week, and it will line up to have the Fibonacci. So anyhow, not a great day of trading. Was expecting 3,000 or more. Yeah, I got overconfident, but let's see tomorrow. I mean, one of these days I'm gonna get that 5,000, 6,000 like I'm used to getting. But right now I'm just not doing it anyway. That's it for the video. Thank you.